Hi, this is Matt's Rundown. If you enjoy movie reviews and trailer reactions, you're in the right place. So why not subscribe and hit the like button down below.
On this Throwback Thursday, we're going to be reviewing Coming to America from 1988.
Special year, the year we were born.
Yes. Coming to America is a 1988 romantic comedy directed by John Landis. The film stars Eddie Murphy as Prince Akeem Joffer, Arsenio Hall as Semi, Shari Headley as Lisa McDowell, and James Earl Jones as King Joffer.
This is a typical Eddie Murphy movie. In this movie, he plays Prince Akeem, who has just turned 21 and is expected to get married, but he doesn't want to marry whomever his dad has set aside for him. He wants someone who's a bit more outspoken and free. So he thinks, okay, well, a trip to America, I might find the girl there.
Looking at the acting was pretty good throughout the movie. James Earl Jones has an immense presence. He is totally epic.
I think he's more than the voice, because in this movie, his presence, his bodily actions and everything carried so well with the voice and the role that he had.
Definitely. Samuel L. Jackson is in it for a brief moment, and he is intense, as you expect from Samuel L. Jackson.
He's Samuel L. Jackson.
And then Eddie Murphy does quite a few roles in this. He's become pretty well known for doing that. I think this is the first time he does it. And he does a pretty good job. They're pretty unique characters. I like his naivete that he took to the role as well, because he's a bit of a pampered, so he doesn't know how things work in the real world. And he did that very well.
He was just very carefree, even when things got lost, like whatever. But I mean, I suppose it's easy to be whatever about stuff getting stolen when you have as much money as you want that you can just replace it easily. I think Arsenio Hall definitely did a good job as well, because he was the prince's caretaker, essentially, on the strip. And you can see they're actually really good friends. But at some points, he just wasn't in for that crap.
And there was a young Cuban Gooding Jr., which was just cool to see on screen for 3 seconds.
I think the makeup was done really well. You liked Eddie Murphy as the old Jewish guy?
Yes, very strange. Very cool.
And they also did the costumes very well. The outfits were amazing. There was a lot of significance in some of the outfits. I just didn't like the whole dance scene outfit, because the outfits felt a lot more South American than African. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And I also liked the settings a lot.
Yeah.
The palace was absolutely beautiful. They did a really good job with that. A lot of it didn't make sense, but it was pretty.
Yes.
I really liked the fact that it had such a big African-American cast. I think they did a really good job at representing African-Americans, even in the beauty pageant and stuff, which was very pro-African-American. It was nice.
When Prince Akeem first meets Lisa, she has a boyfriend, Daryl. And he was thoroughly unlikable, and the actor did a good job portraying this unlikable character.
It was pretty greasy.
Yeah.
Like his hair commercial, as well as the way he was like sly.
And even after he broke up with Lisa, he climbed in the sister's bedroom window and cool, now he's hooking up with her. That just slumble.
Thinking about the ad, I also liked the fact that they were also promoting, you know, being natural and being proud of your hair. Because in the Bible they were saying, why do you want to make your hair that oil, greasy stuff? Like the boyfriend that told Prince Akeem just to keep his natural hair.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful, and that was nice.
The second half of the movie was definitely much better than the first. It was funnier. The first half of the movie seemed to drag on quite a bit. So yeah, let's start with the bad now.
I think for me, a lot of the movie's problems, and I think unforgivable problems in my opinion, were in the first half of the movie. If we could have ignored a lot of the things I'm going to talk about now, it would have been a nice, fun movie. Because I enjoyed the second half of the movie.
Yeah.
But I had that first half in the back of my mind. And in particular, what I didn't enjoy is his view that he needs to go outside of Africa to find a sophisticated, smart woman. Like there's no sophisticated and smart woman in Africa. It's a very Western perspective to take on Africa. And I know that Eddie Murphy is an African American, but he's still from the West.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, he still does have a bit of a Western perspective. And I felt that came through in the movie. I also really, really didn't like the fact that they were making light out of power imbalance rape. Because they were joking about, oh, I just assumed you slept with the servants. Because I do. And that is rape. So, okay, it's fine to rape African women, but not good enough to marry African women.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that. And I think that jovial jokiness about it upset me because it's not like in Spartacus, where they show you these kind of scenes, but it's meant to bring out disgust and it's historical. Yeah, there was no historical nature for it or anything, and it wasn't to bring out disgust. They were just joking as if it was another day in the park and they were just talking about trying on different shoes. So I found that very insulting for women, especially African women. I really didn't like that. And to me, that's unforgivable. And I'm surprised that no one else seems to have a problem with this. So it's okay for women to be abused, as if those power relationships don't still exist now, where women are forced to do things they don't want to do. And I'm sorry, servants' lives depend on doing certain things in this context. So to say that it's consensual is BS.
Even in a comedy.
Even in a comedy. Especially in the light of this David Dobrik thing, where they filmed the guy standing outside the room while he was raping this young girl. They thought it was hilarious. It's not funny, not for YouTube, not for a comedy, not for Eddie Murphy, for no one.
Following that passionate complaint about the movie, I have a little gripe. In comparison, especially, I feel like we weren't given a proper resolution at the end of the movie. The second half of the movie, the relationship between Prince Hakim and Lisa progressed nicely. It progressed on par with romantic comedies. You have the two get together, their relationship blossoms, they're pulled apart by an inciting incident, and then they reconcile. We had everything up until the reconciliation in this movie. We weren't given that reconciliation, and I think that cheapens the movie, and we miss out on quite a lot there.
I think especially for Lisa's character, because it made her seem a little bit conceited.
Yes.
Because they don't really explain why she comes back. Because she's like, I'm not going to talk to you even after his heartfelt apology because you lied to me. And the whole point of it was that she wanted to be with someone, or he wanted to be with someone who didn't care about the money.
Yeah.
And she was trying to show that she didn't care about the money. But when push comes to shove, she came back for the money.
Overall, the second half in particular is quite funny. It could be a good movie, but it is quite problematic because of obviously everything we've mentioned.
Yeah, so it makes it hard for me to rate this movie because I don't want to rate things that promote women abuse. I think in terms of who will enjoy the movie, I suppose people who like Eddie Murphy movies and don't see the obvious problems in it. Because personally, I think that no matter what, that statement and the jovialness about that statement is problematic and cannot be undone.
And I think if you enjoy rom-coms, you might not enjoy this one because of the end resolution missing.
Thinking about that with the second one coming out, I'm not quite sure I want to watch it.
I don't understand why they're making a second one because this was quite finished.
Yeah.
Like he went to America, he found his true love, and he came back to Africa and they got married.
As much as true love as you can get on one date. So needless to say, I'm not really looking forward to the new movie. I hope it's not as blatantly sexist as this one was. And misogynistic and patriarchal. I could go on.
So let us know in the comments down below. Are you watching the new movie?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Later.